Let me just explain in a simple way. When the speaker comes, to respect the speakers, you have to be absolutely silent. Whereas, give respect to yourself by being an absolute, very good listener to the speaker. If you are a very good listener, at the end of the meeting, you will get a chocolate from the trivia master. So be a good listener. My name is Abdurrahim, Sergeant at Arms. Welcoming you all to the meeting number 523 of Friends of Europe. Toastmaster International, founded by late Dr. Ralph C. Smedley in the year 1924. Today, more than 350,000 members from 15,900 clubs in 142 countries are part of this organization to improve speaking and leadership skills. The mission of Toastmaster International is to provide you supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. As you know that we had to obey some of the ground rules. Let me remind you all to put your mobile in the silent mode. There are 3 taboo topics we shouldn't talk throughout the meeting, which are called SRP, sex, religion, and politics. We must refrain from these 3 taboo topics. We have washroom for ladies and gents inside. This main door will be closed throughout the meeting. You could use the other door. If there is any emergency or fire, you can contact me and follow me. I will take you to a safe place. I encourage you all to applaud speakers and role players while they come to the stage and go back to the seat. We are very thankful and grateful to Dr. Shankar for providing this venue. Please give a big round of applause. Now, join me with a big round of applause to welcome energetic, enthusiastic President, Toastmaster Rajesh Kaur. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the meeting.
Before commencing the meeting, we have some guests. We'll know who they are. My dear guests, give me your name, what you're doing in the UAE, how you came to know about our club.
Hello, very good morning.
Good morning.
I am Salma Khabir and I am visiting from India. I work here at Enhanced Learning Center in Jumeirah as an educational advisor.
How you came to know about this?
Sir, I came to know about this through my boss actually. Yeah. And I think he is friend of Mr. Mood.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
I'm Daivan, and I'm from China. I've been staying in Dubai already 7 years and a half. So I have a company for electronics, like laptop accessories and mobile accessories. So So nice to meet you, everybody here, and I wish I can have a good time here. So I know here from my friends. Yes. And this is the first time I joined, and I wish I can make friends here and improve myself. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Rex from China. I do ceramic tile business, and I'm really glad to come here and meet every one of you. I will introduce by your friend, Tong Tong. Yes, which is a beautiful Chinese lady.
Hello everyone, I'm Lee. I also come from China. So I want to I come here and to want to improve myself in my about my learning and speaking. So thank you.
Hello everyone, good morning. I'm Gabriela. I'm working in one trading company in developing Fraser. I know this meeting from my friend. I come here, want to know some foreigner friends, want to make friends with all of you and to improve my speaking language, speaking ability. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I come from China, Xinjiang, Urumqi. My name is Xiaohui. I'm traveling here, and I like here. I like your everybody's self-confidence. Thank you.
Now, with your permission, the power vested in me, I declare the meeting open. Dear friends, we all want to be public speakers or improve our ability to speak. That's why we are here. Actually, do you think, what is that particular thing which stops you from coming on stage and speaking? What is that which stops you? Fear. Fear? Why that fear? Yeah, stage fear is cited as one of the biggest phobia in the world. Almost everybody has that. Even what Mark Twain said is, there are two kinds of people. One have this fear of stage, and second, they are liars who tells me you don't have any fear. So that everybody has. I want to know what stops you. The first thing is that there is a big crowd. Everybody is looking at you. The second one, what is that second one? You may forget things because lack of practice or anything. The third one,
What others will think of you?
yes, and that is the most important one. What others are thinking about you. I'm sure you are not thinking anything about you. And you have to know that. Nobody is going to think about you anything because they just listen. So prepare well and come on stage. Now the red light is on, so I will invite one important person, the showmaker. Before that, I have to tell you something. If you want to be an expert in life, what do you have to do? If you want to be an expert, the easiest way to reduce the learning curve, you have to learn from an expert. And Toastmasters giving you the opportunity to learn from experts. Today, we have an expert here to take through the meeting. A very candid, charismatic person. I don't have to tell something more about you because you are going to see that his performance. Put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Leo.
Thank you very much. Ladies, please. Can you put the red light on? I just know. Thank you. Timer, can somebody help me? I'm doing for the first time. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you feeling today?
Great.
Also,
Fantastic.
somebody gives me that word which I want to listen. You get it right. On top of the word. Top of the word. That's very nice. Anything to beat the top of the word?
Super active. Super active.
Super active. Who said it? You. Anything else?
Flying high.
Flying high.
Energetic.
Like bullet train.
Energetic.
Energetic. Very good.
Like bullet train.
Good.
Thankful.
And
Not sleepy at all.
not sleepy. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
I am speaking. Others are speaking. Please don't speak. Because you will miss your prize if you speak. All right. Everybody is right. But let me think. If you can come up with a word better than what Mukesh said. Excited about what? About the
Learning.
meeting. I thought something else. Mukesh, what did you say?
On top of the world.
Top of the world. Anything can beat that top of the world?
Exhilarated.
Oh, that's a very high word. I need to check my dictionary. But it's a lovely word. All right. Come up with a word as the meeting goes by. I don't want to take much of time, but I like to be on time. So we are going to talk about lifelong learning. What does lifelong learning mean to us? What does it mean to you? Think about it. Life is short. Very short, in fact. Just between we and thee. Birth and death. Please don't talk when I'm talking. Just kidding. You can speak, you can say what. Speak your mind, I will also. Be and thee. Do all things. And what does lie between me and you? One, very good. You deserve something. One letter C.
Choice.
I'm going to change that. I'm going to say some other word. He's right. Only one after this between B and C. Choices we make will determine our life between B and D. And what does the choices depend on? Circumstances. Very good. Anybody else? Others can speak English also besides Mukesh?
Chances.
Ability. The Chinese crowd. Tell me something.
Choices for satisfaction.
Satisfaction. Choices for satisfaction. But still it is choices. Very good. Anything else?
Changes.
Change. Excellent. I'm looking for that one word.
Improvement.
One word. that
Learning.
is-
Learning.
Different people will have different choices. Right? Your choice will be different from his. Why? Why is it different? If we are going to have the same life. Ladies and gentlemen, I will let you think about it in my next session. I'll speak about it. We are having an exciting session today. And any changes? I don't think so, because I see all the role players here. There is a one change.
Evaluator for
Evaluator for
third speaker.
third speaker. Yeah. Who is that?
Toastmaster Ganesh.
You, Ganesh. Toastmaster Ganesh is the evaluator for the third speaker, project number 10.
Yeah. Raj Mehta.
I will let it go, but project number 10. You have done project 10?
Yes.
Everything? Well, I just saw you yesterday. You've been a Toastmaster for a long time. Thank you. Anyway, we have Toastmaster Ganesh. Can you please stand up so everybody can see you? You're going to be the evaluator for Toastmaster Raj Mehta speaker number, that is project number 10. Alright, with that, let's start. Let me call upon the next role player, the word of the day. He is a Toastmaster. I will tell you what his views are on life learning, but you please come on to the stage. One of the things, let me tell each one of you, is that you never leave the stage empty. Which means that every role player who comes here waits for the next role player. You get that? Because many times I've observed they just try to run over into the stage. Please don't do it. Never, ever, from the start of the meeting to the end, the stage must be left. Watch me, how I will. Our next speaker, role player, word of the day is none other than the charismatic Toastmaster something. Give him a round of applause.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The word of the day. It's a 4-letter word. Synonyms are apex, climax, crest, crown, culmination, height, meridian, peak, top, zenith. Can you guess? Oh, Murugesh is top of the word. What's it? Apex. This is another second.
Four-letter word.
Four-letter word. It's Acme. A-C-M-E. A-C-M-E. Acme. I'll put it in the sentence. Before that, the meaning is the highest point, the height of achievement or excellence, the highest peak that is reachable. Using in sentence, the team reached its acme when it won the national championship. At our acme, the singer was making over $30 million a year. The author knew his writing career had reached its acme when his book became the best-selling novel in the country. I hope you can understand that. Can we start using the word from here?
Only 3 people.
Only 3 people.
Who are non-role players, please. Choose 3 who are non-role players. Any volunteers, non-role players? Put your hands up, please.
Yeah. Yes.
You have hands, do you?
Everybody is.
Yes, no, it's okay. It's okay. Try.
I think my Toastmasters career will help me to reach acme in my public speaking.
We're running short of time, please. Next one.
Yes.
No?
No.
Any guess?
Yes.
Use the word.
The man with the laptop.
I'm on my way to the acme of public speaking and leadership in my life through the journey of Toastmasters.
To reach the acme in life, one must go through constant learning.
You will say over to the Toastmaster.
Over to TMC.
We are having a demonstration how it should be done because we all come here to learn. I'm also trying to learn. Now let me see the take of Toastmaster Shankar. What does lifelong learning mean to him? Up to the next level and away to new borders. Which border is that? Toastmaster Shankar? Not the China-Indo border. Now we go on to the beauty of. Can you please put the red up? I just. Thank you. non-role players should be given an opportunity to speak. The Toastmasters manual clearly says that every person who attends the meeting must be given an opportunity. Already have an opportunity to come into the stage, give it to me. Next, we have a slight change here. Toastmaster Nawaf, where are you? Will be. Let everybody see how handsome you are. He's the evaluator for the second speaker, Toastmaster Amjad Ali. Alright. Noted, Secretary. Now we have on to the next session, and the next session is the most important segment in Toastmasters. In Toastmasters, we have how many segments? 3 segments. Which is the first one?
Prepared speeches.
Prepared speeches, project speeches as per the manual. The second session? Table topics. Table topics. You stand on the table end? And the third one? Evaluation. These are the essential segments in a Toastmasters meeting. Can you please go inside, and it pains me to see you standing. Oh, we have a big round of applause. Yeah, Madam Superior, according to Toastmasters. You are the best of the title. She is a DTM. Please welcome. DTM means many things to different people. I won't go into that. But basically, according to Toastmasters, it means distinguished. What sets them apart from the others? Alright, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. And with a rousing applause, let us welcome the first speaker, Toastmaster, the lovely, radiant Rita Kapoor. Before she starts speaking, thank you. May I call upon the evaluator, Toastmaster Bindu.
Good morning all. Toastmaster Rita Kapoor is attempting her project 1 from completing communicator manual, and this is the icebreaker speech. The objective being to begin speaking before an audience and to discover speaking skills you already have and skills that need some attention. Time is 4 to 6 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, four will be red. So sorry, 4 will be green, 5 will be amber, and 6 will be red. And you have 30 minutes grace period after that. All the best to you.
As I stand before you all for my icebreaker round, it seems to be a beginning of a new journey in my life as I stand here to talk about my life and career. A very good morning to you, dear Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Rita Kapoor. I was born in the city of Aligarh in India. And I
Oh, I love potatoes.
Yes. You would like to eat? Can somebody can eat? What? Do we eat raw food?
Yes.
Yes, we eat raw food. Can you eat them? Somebody can eat for me. We all eat cooked food, right? Every one of us, sometime in our life, at least once in our life, has been traveled far to eat delicious food. Is it?
Yes.
Some people, they are foodie, they travel every weekend. Some people, they travel every month. And people like me, they travel once in a lifetime. Toastmasters of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests, good morning to you all.
Good morning.
As I said, we all eat cooked food. Life is like a cooked food. We all are being cooked throughout our life since we were born. We see a lot of ups and downs, failures, small successes, breakups, problems, but we carry on. Every one of you, including me, we have been through all the situations to cook our life, to make it tasty, or make it more delicacy sort of thing. But we need to make sure while cooking process, there is a heat, there is a temperature which can make us burn out. Like food. While cooking food, especially for ladies, while cooking, we keep on stirring spoon in food, right? We make sure it's not burning. Same like in a life, we need to keep on moving. If you don't move, what happens? Sometimes we break up, we burn out. And some people, they decide to go suicide, like our Toastmaster, Shiva. I did not choose to go for suicide because I don't know swimming. One great example of my teacher, his name is Abid Shirazi. He was my accounting teacher for 4 years in my college. Amazing man, well defined. By the age of 15, he never go to school. Never. He was working in a tea stall in a school canteen. He realized, I don't know how, and he borrowed some second-hand books from the students, used books, and he started studying. And in just 2 years, he did matric. 10 years of qualification, education, he did in 2 years. It's not less than a miracle for me. After that, he did college, university. Now he has so many master's degrees that I don't remember. This is how we should cook our life. And he cooked his life. He made it so tasteful. So nowadays, thousands of boys and girls, young boys and girls, they're getting benefit from it. That's the inspiration of my life. That's what I'm trying to do as. See, the main part of cooking of our life is already done. We all are mature, young, adults. We've been through all the heat. But now it's time to do some chopping, some masalas, add on some masala in our life, so we can serve ourselves to other people. So people can get benefit from us. From the education what we have taken, the life we've been gone through, the experience we have. Right? Can we do that?
Yes.
What I'm doing in my life, from that inspiration, how I'm serving to the community. I believe, being a human, we have very small, we have limited resources. We can see very limited. Our circumference is very small. But when we develop ourselves as a cooked food, like a delicacy, what happens? Our circle goes bigger, bigger and better. Like we travel far for the special foods, special delicacies, same like that. When somebody is special, he's like a delicacy. His life is so amazing, so people travel to that person to get benefit from him. I want to be the same, and I'm sure every one of you is trying to do that. And we have some special people here, like very senior people. They have actually cooked their life so well, so we are getting benefit from them. For example, DTMs, they have processed their life so many years, and Toastmaster is a place where we can cook our life very well. We have two choices in life. Either since we are already being cooked throughout our life, we have two choices. One, we serve ourselves to the people so people can get benefit from us, or we can waste ourselves. Like food. So the food is not tasty, what happens? We throw. If it's less tasty, we still throw. So we need to make sure it's tasty enough. I'm here in front of you. If you find anything which is not tasty in my life, it's not joyful for you, let me know. I will make sure I put that ingredient, missing ingredient, that masala, so you can get benefit from me. Because I don't want to be wasted in my life. Oh, if any one of you take my message at home today and my purpose will be served. So think about it. We have already been so many years, we have been through the heat. Now it's time to serve back. If we are alone, we cannot enjoy our life. But if we are served to the people, they will enjoy. They will be across us. They will surround us. They will make us feel good. Are you agree with me?
Yes.
Did you understand my point? What I'm trying to deliver to you?
Yes.
We need to take care of us. I'm in front of you. Please accept me like your delicacy and make benefit from me, and I can make benefit from you. Over to you, sir.
Meet me after the meeting. I want to eat you up.
I'm taking this tag because I borrowed from my wife.
What does lifelong learning mean to Toastmaster Amjad? In one sentence, lifelong learning is nutrition of the soul of human beings. Well said, well done.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for. Now, before I call on to the next speaker, let me call on the evaluator, Toastmaster Gigi Jablan, to read the objectives of the speech for Project 10.
Project 10 is inspire your audience, and these are the following objectives. To inspire the audience by appealing to novel motives and challenging the audience to achieve a higher level of belief or achievement. Second, to appeal to the audience needs and emotions using stories, anecdotes, and quotes to add drama. Avoid using notes, and the time for this project is 8 to 10 minutes. All the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of You are finally going to finish high school. What I love about this Toastmaster is his enthusiasm. He's never say die. Keep going.
Good morning, everybody.
Good
Morning.
So, do you have a dad like me who tells you some abstract ideas and then adds lots of transition to make a single point? For example, my dad walks in one day in my room and tells, Raj, life is precious. That was his abstract idea. Number two, the transition. And the best way to invest this precious time is in a skill. That is transition number two. Number one. And then he goes on telling me different things, and finally he hands me this flyer. And I look at the flyer, and what it reads is Summer Vacation Computer Programming Course. Why couldn't my dad just tell me directly that Raj, this is the flyer, it's a computer programming course, and why don't we do it? Eventually I did that course, and believe me, it has changed the course of my life. What started as a computer programming course has led me to a discovery of automation. So my path started off from learning Visual Basic, C++, and all those computer stuff. And where it ended was towards automation. Now what is automation? Can anybody tell me what is automation? Is there any IT person here? Nobody? Okay, we have Ganesh. Can you tell what automation is?
Automation manual work. So from
computers will do robots will do yours.
Basically, it is linking systems and software in such a manner that they self-regulate and self-control. So this is what automation is. And for me, that has changed the way I look at problems and the way I find the solutions. How did I come to automation? It was a pure accident. I remember this being one of my 11th grade homework where I was bombarded with lots and lots of things. It was all about accounting homework, making balance sheets every day and night. And I was bored doing that balance sheet work. So what did I do? I said, like, I just learned some programming. I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a program. And in that program, I'm going to add all the balance sheet information. And what it did was I discovered for the first time the delicious, tasteful automation. I was hooked on to automation from that onwards. It was pure accident that I found this. And this is where I learned the very first thing, or one quote that Steve Jobs said. What is computer to us was a cycle that was for mankind. The discovery of cycle changed the way that people move. Similarly, computer was a similar innovation for us. But I would like to change that. I would say computer today, or when it was invented, it was like the wheel. It's up to you to decide either you to have an ox cart or a Ferrari out of that wheel. And this is where I realized the difference between a bullock cart and Ferrari when I was working in Pune for an audit firm where Nitin walks in. Nitin is my, what we call as a leader. Nitin was my team leader. And what Nitin did was, he had got 12 people to work on a single project for 28 days. And that was to combine, or what we call it in the accounting word, that is consolidate 120 balance sheets into a single one. So Nitin one day goes into my lab, or the particular case that I worked on, and he says, Raj, we are in deep trouble. I said, what happened? That file that we created of consolidated balance sheet is corrupted. How can it get corrupted? One particular error in one of the pages had a cascading effect due to which the entire project failed. So Nitin looks at me and says, like, Raj, we have to do something about this. And then we took around 3 days to solve this particular issue. And believe me, we took 2.5 days just to make an excuse as to what we are going to say because we had failed on a particular project. And the rest of the half day that we took, we turned a bullock cart into a Ferrari. And this Ferrari ran at 120 kilometers per hour. Exactly 120 balance sheets were made in one single hour. And all thanks to what?
Automation.
You see, our greatest folly as a human is that we tend to do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, which in my opinion doesn't work. Of course, there is a melancholic, therapeutic routine of daily job that we all love, but it doesn't really create much solution for us. I have a very exciting thing. All this all added up, this lifelong learning, all added in a way that my father recently received an award at my office. We are a fruit and vegetable business. And like Rita said, that we get discount at there, discount at the pharmacy, you will get discount at my shop too. So don't forget to get that. So why I received an award? This award was for highest or second highest number of import declarations cleared in UAE. So as a fruit company, this is a huge thing. Because usually this job is for clearance agent company only. And how did we receive that award? Anybody has any clue? What did he say?
Automation.
What did he say?
Automation.
What did everybody say?
Automation.
So it was through automation that we received this award. And how? That is such a fun thing to say now. What we did was, we created an automation system that uploads all the documents or whatever is required onto the government website, and it creates this clearing document. And then finally we clear it. Usually we used to give this to a clearing agent, and the entire process used to take us 15 minutes. What automation did for us was brought that 50 minutes into 50 seconds. So this gives an edge for us into a business market, such a competitive market as Dubai. So, as you can see, investing in a skill has greater benefit for us in our life. This lifelong learning has helped me, not for the award, but for my personal satisfaction, to learn something new. My next project is to sell fruits online. Yes, you will also get discount of that too. So my next project is to sell fruits online. And in order to sell those fruits online, I am working on an automation system that would take the orders and automatically process it and then would deliver to your doorstep. And the name of the business is, of course, mehtafresh.ae. Yes, I did the marketing. So one thing that I really wanted to say was, the message is very clear, that always invest our time in something valuable such as a skill. If not skill, maybe Toastmasters. Right? Because you always learn something new. And there's a continuous learning. This skill always helps us become better. Better at what? It's up to you to decide. All I want to say is, thank you very much for listening.
Now, please, what your take on lifelong learning went over my head. He talked about some scientific papers. Let me sum it up. Lifelong learning forces the brain to create new brain cells. This is the reason why almost all Toastmasters, like me, he has met, are young at their hearts. With the help of active brain, because the path, the journey of Toastmaster is a lifelong learning. Well done, well said, Toastmaster. Before I go to the next session, the timer, Renuka, can please tell us the time for the speakers that
Good morning everyone. PM Rita Kapoor took 5 minutes 34 seconds and her speech is within the time limit. PM Amjad Ali took 7 minutes 19 seconds and PM Raj Mehta has taken 9 minutes 53 seconds. All are within the time limit.
President, all are qualified? President. Yes. All right. What's her take on lifelong learning?
Voting.
Oh, she wrote me a youth speech. So let me sum it up.
Voting.
What we learned yesterday may not have value today. Well, let me finish this and then we'll have it. Because this is important, I would like you to listen to this. What we have learned yesterday may not have value today. Lifelong learning keeps us updated with today's fast-paced world. If we don't adopt learning, continuously our life loses just like stagnated water loses its purity and iron rust if unused. Please make note of those symbols. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the next session, we'll have voting for the best speaker. Now this is only for members of Toastmasters Club. Anyway, just for members. So members, in good standing, please vote. By good standing, I will go to a face of place. Treasurer, I'm taking your job line. Alright, so as the voting goes on, we'll go on to the next session. And the next session we have is, please make sure each and every one of you vote. You can vote for yourselves, people, don't worry. As long as you don't tell us, you vote for yourself. Alright, we go to the next session. And for the next session, we have a very young, dynamic, charismatic, the one and only Toastmaster Honey Khatri. And yeah, I'm just trying to shake his hand. I have to shake his hand because I'm trying to see where your hand is.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Leo, energetic. Good morning, everybody. Please wake up. This is a very, very interesting segment where you will enjoy. Now, before that, all the speakers have come, then marketing. Rita Kapoor for, I don't know, for something, pharmacy, and I think Raj is just for fruits for discount. Let me tell you about myself. Why I should just not take the opportunity. I'm working in a company where we have a lot of cinemas. And if you want to do any advertisement in the cinema, please contact me. I will give more discount than these two people get. Because I am already booked one. Thank you very much. Now, for the non-Toastmaster, let me explain you what is this table topic is. You have to come, I'll just give you a topic, you have to come here and I'll give you the topic, you have to talk for 2.5 minutes total. 1.5 minute green light, 2 minutes, 1 minute is the green light, 1.5 minute amber and 2 minutes red light and 30 seconds it is free, right? Now, I just want to make this session more interesting, not like common I give the topic and you see. When you go on talking about this topic, it just gives some word you have to incorporate in your speech, which will make this session very interesting, very much interesting, right? So first I'll call a seasoned Toastmaster so that after that we can take a guest. So who's a volunteer here? From the Toastmaster, please. Your topic is, once you stop learning, you understood what I said. While you are talking, I'll give you some word you have to incorporate very fast, right? I'll say one and you can keep on adding it, right? So your topic is, once you stop learning, you start dying. Shashidharan? Once you stop learning, you start dying. Over to you.
I'm an ardent believer of this often repeated cliche of once you stop learning,
welcome.
You started. Welcome to the 420th meeting of Friends of Yoga Toastmasters Club. Darling, I am attempting this table topic for
washroom.
The washroom is on the left hand side. Anybody wanted to use washroom, but don't go now. Wait till I finish my table topic session. And nobody is allowed to use use Vashu till I finish my topic. And I continue with the topic today.
Energy.
So energetic today to attend, just because of that. Hanif Khatri has given me a wonderful topic to talk about. And I am going to leave him till I finish my 2 minutes 30 seconds time given to me today. So again, coming back to the topic, I am not learning anything till I learn something somewhere every day. To enhance my knowledge, I am attending on topic. I am attending Friends of our God Masters every week.
Acme.
Word of the day. Acme is something. Okay. I learned to achieve my PCC 10. The moment I joined Toastmasters Club, I set a milestone. Within 365 days, I need to achieve my CC project. And I did it. How? I took the opportunity to come and speak here every meeting. So that gave me a lot of impetus to improving my communication and leadership skill. I am not going to leave Hanif Khatri, although the red light is shown.
Understood how the session will go ahead, right? Now, shall I take any guest? Madam, can you come on?
So my name is Salma Khader.
Salma?
Yeah,
Khader.
Salma Khader.
Khader, okay. You understood how we are this.
Yeah.
You have to incorporate. Keep on talking and just put the word and go ahead.
Yes.
Don't stop and yes, keep on. You just add this word, right? Very good. So your topic is the best lesson that you are learning. The best lesson that you learn from your life. What is the best lesson you learn from your life, Toastmasters?
The best lesson I learned from my life is never to feel that I am failing.
Amazing.
Because whenever I feel that I am failing and I stop, then that's it. You cannot move.
Amazing.
And make a step of.
Okay, very
So
good.
life is an amazing journey where you can take up it into the route of success.
Vomiting.
With
Vomiting.
Okay guys, if anybody is feeling vomiting, please you can go to the room. But don't, feel yourself as a failure. Just take it to the success. That's what the major reason is. We are here to learn something about success and how to succeed in life. So never feel yourself as a failure, or it always comes in a life, every step of life.
Potato.
Potato is not my favorite vegetable, but still, I like to add it on to my dishes because it makes, we are Indian, so we use a lot of potatoes. So, but guys.
Ferrari.
Yeah, Ferrari is my favorite vehicle. I just love to take pictures standing next to the Ferrari. I can afford to buy it. Yes. So what I feel is, standing in failure is something that stops you in life. So always look into the step towards success and just move ahead. Keep moving in life and never stop. That's what I feel like. You should do in life. That's all I can say.
Well done, well done. Now, any volunteer? Please come. Toastmaster Ganesh, right? Your topic is the beautiful thing about learning is nobody can take it away from you. But the beautiful thing about learning is nobody can take it away from you. Toastmaster Ganesh.
Learning. You're reading something. You're experiencing something. Something that interests you, that goes inside you take it in you.
Automation.
And then you use that learning to automate stuffs and create stuffs for others to enjoy and make others' life easy. And your own life also easy, and do marketing whenever you are on stage. You can also get beautiful girls when you can do automation and you can talk and you can be on stage like Raj Mehta. And you can get girlfriends. And then coming back to the topic, nobody can take your learning from you, nobody can take your girlfriend from you. If you join Toastmasters, that's a marketing of Toastmasters. Learning is about improving your own skills, where you improve your skills and give it and help others to improve their lives. So that's about learning. While,
raw food.
Anybody cannot, nobody can take your learning from you.
Raw food.
Raw food. You can eat raw food, but then with your learning from experiences of different kinds of foods, like raw potato you cannot eat. So that's a learning you get. And raw tomatoes, they are tasty, so you can eat that. So that's how it is. Your learning helps you. You can help others, but nobody can take that away from you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You can continue saying like that. Nobody can take learning whether you take raw food or undercooked food. Continuously, right? Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed, because we have very short of time, so I'll take only 3. I've taken only 3. Thank you very much.
Toastmasters Hanif Khatri's take on lifelong learning is never stop learning, because life never stops teaching. Big round. Owing to the time constraints, I like to stick within time. But if you do want table topic sessions, and if you enjoy it, our president, Kuval, has arranged a special meeting before the normal meeting. So you can come and practice. I think it's a wonderful thing. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, now we go on to the next session, and that is evaluation. I go on to the next session, evaluation. Please vote for the best speaker. And before you vote for the best speaker, please, lifelong learning. Timer, the timing.
Speaker 1 PM session 2 minutes 10 seconds. First speaker 2 minutes 10 seconds.
Can the first speaker rise so that everybody can see you? Yes.
Second speaker Salma took 1 minute 44 seconds.
Salma.
And third speaker Ganesh took 1 minute 34 seconds. All are correct.
The second one was? All are qualified?
Yes.
Why do we say all are qualified? Because you must not exceed 2 minutes 30 seconds. Alright, can you vote? And as you vote, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to see the chip, the paper in your hand. Don't worry, speakers can vote for themselves. But make sure that you are the speaker when you are voting, otherwise. For our next session, now you can speak if I have missed out anything. Next session we have the evaluative session. Somebody said evaluation is the breakfast of champions. Do you know who it was? Anybody? Oh, there is a prize for that. I'll give you one lovely diary. Wow. Whoever tells me that this is, I won't give the clues. Here's the acne of dash.
That's C-Spendy.
No. You have to give me the prize. For the wrong answer, you have to give me the prize.
Public speaking.
No. He's a very, very famous speaker, a writer, an author. And he has been for many years. I have a number of his books.
Martin? No.
Only one chance you get. This side, anybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Brian Casey?
No. No.
Stephen R. Covey. Stephen R. Covey.
No. So this is outguessing, I can tell you. Because he is a very, very famous author. He has written many books. Brilliant books.
This is the 20th time you are bringing that area. Such questions.
Sorry? Okay, think about it. Have you ever thought what was the first, what was the alphabet which make your choices? Not alphabet, the word.
I can.
What makes you, your choice is different from his, and his choice is different. What? If life is the same for everybody, the choice might be the same. Why different? Because of
Perspective.
such a easy word. It is so simple, so easy.
Culture.
Need.
Thoughts.
If I give you the clue, you will jump at it immediately.
Control.
And the clue is right in front of you. How did you miss it? The word of the day starts with
Attitude.
who said it? Everyone said it. Okay, tell me, how many of you said attitude at the same time? You said attitude?
No, but I said
Bindu, who said?
I said before everyone.
Bindu, you get this time. Take it.
That is 2015 diary.
It's a diary that is lifelong. I've chosen it special. You can keep on adding every year what you want to do. And it's a very good one. It's very expensive. And you have given me that expensive word, so you deserve it. Anyway, we now go on to the next session, evaluation. And for that, oh, it's you again. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Our lovely First Lady of the club.
Thank you, sir. And good morning once again to all of you.
Good morning.
Today we witnessed an amazing speech. It doesn't seem like an icebreaker by our Toastmaster, Rita Kapoor. It was really amazing. And let me tell you, a lot of guests here, it takes a lot of confidence to stand here. Even though you're talking about yourself, it is not easy. Once you stand here and speak in front of so many people, you forget what you are. So you forget your own name. But we didn't see anything from Rita Kapoor today. It seemed like you've been talking for years, probably your teacher. So probably that's one of the experience that comes in here. Regarding the objective of the speech, the first is to begin speaking before an audience, which you immediately, once you spoke here, you covered that, you completed that objective. And the second is to discover speaking skills you already have. So now after speaking here, you would have analyzed yourself. What are the things that you require to speak? And the skills that need attention. So that as well, more than what anybody can tell you, you would have realized what are the things you need to improve here for yourself. But let me come telling about your strengths. Confidence is amazing. None of us felt like she's speaking for the first time. Second strength, eye contact. She's been looking at everybody on the eyes. She's not, normally people are either looking down or looking on top, especially in the initial speeches. That was not there. Strength number 3, no notes. And the flow was continuous. Number 4, she brought in humor and kept everybody glued onto this your speech. Number 5, we saw your additional skills, marketing skills as well. And number 6, you were loud enough. Everybody, I'm sure, could hear because I was almost sitting towards the end, and you were loud and clear. That's an asset. And you're well dressed. And we got to know you as a person. We knew where you were born, what's your family, what are your interests, traveling, meeting people. You use the positivity in your life. You use social media to be in contact with your family. So these are few things that we learned. And what I would like to tell is, you are within the time limit, 5 minutes and 34 seconds. It's really good. There's nothing more. I mean, it's amazing that you've been able to cover so much. And there's one thing what I would like to tell as an improvement for going further is to organize the speech a little more smooth follow, because, and that you would be doing in your next speech, because it is about organizing. So it's just about organizing and preferably give a message.
The First Lady's take on lifelong learning. A person, however educated, becomes uneducated the day he stops learning. She likes Mahatma Gandhi's quote. For the Chinese audience, Mahatma Gandhi was the founder of, you know, learn as if you were to live forever. Thank you. That's it. May I call upon the next speaker, the evaluator, and that is Toastmaster Nawaf, to the podium.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests, and especially my target speaker, Amjad Ali. Your speech titled, My Life, Your Joy, was an excellent speech, and I congratulate you for it. I think you fulfilled all of the objectives of the speech. On clarity, it was very nice that you used, it was very clear that you used the metaphor comparing food to life. And also how to serve ourselves as a delicious dish to others. You used the supporting materials very effectively. You used the tangible materials, that is the props, the potatoes, very efficiently. Because potatoes, everybody except for Toastmaster Selma, she said she doesn't like potatoes, but I think everybody likes potatoes, especially French fries. Also, you used the intangible material, like you used, for example, the Toastmasters as examples of successful delicious dishes. And you also used the experience of the previous speech, that was our Toastmaster speech, about his experience with falling in the well and swimming. This was excellent. On transition, I think it was very clear that we transitioned between the cooked food and our life experiences. But then I kind of lost the following when you started talking about your friend who did metric. On the outline also, I think that the outline should have been worked a little bit more efficiently. It was, I had to spend some effort to follow up sometimes. Now regarding the opening and the conclusion, they were very well linked together. You started with the delicious food, and then and how to cook it, and then you ended up with serving the dish to others. Also, I want to point out, maybe if you try to avoid using the bag, maybe you could have arranged the props on the side before the speech. And also about the title of the speech, I don't know, maybe it's my mistake. I missed the title of the speech. I don't know if it was never mentioned or that I missed it. In brief, it's an excellent speech, and I look forward to your next speech. Thank you.
Your take on lifelong learning, since you did not WhatsApp.
Okay. I believe in lifelong learning, and I always have something to learn all the time. For example, currently I am learning through my journey of learning, of improving my speaking. Once, like a few days ago, I read about there is a relationship between swallowing while you speak and speaking. And this now, there is an advice every once in a while to take a swallowing, to swallow a little bit, to make a swallowing. And this I'm trying to practice now, and every once in a while I take a couple of hours while I speak, I try to swallow. Thank you.
Coming back, I'll just give you a food for thought. We said attitude. What does that attitude depend on? Why is that your attitude is different from me? You? Different. And why do people have different attitudes? I'll give you a clue what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the 3 E's. It starts with E. And there are 3 E's in life, which I feel, because I've read hundreds of books, and I come to that conclusion. And these 3 E's makes each one's attitude different from the other. I would like you to think about it. And at the end, we'll talk. There's a good prize. The next evaluator on the podium is none other than DTM Gigi Jabla. Give a round of applause. Good morning, the everlasting, pretty, petite, and well poised.
Thank you. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good morning.
Today I have the privilege of evaluating a very important speech, and that is to inspire the audience, which is the last speech in the communication manual. So in most of the speeches, whenever I mentor someone or I'm judging, I'm always asking the question, what is it that the audience would like us to feel, to think, to act upon after hearing this speech? So if with me as well, you could reflect on the speech of Toastmaster Raj. I'm sure you will agree with me that he wanted us to feel how important it is to keep on learning so we can improve on whatever we're doing, right? And he did that so meticulously and very creative in using his own personal story. Personal stories are always what contributes to a signature speech, because no one else can deliver this speech. So he spoke about his dad. At that moment, I thought there was an opportunity for him to add some humor. See, P10, it requires a lot of spices. You're cooking it to ensure that when you serve it, it's a full dish, it's a full meal. So one of the components there is humor. That could have been like the heel. And in any nice story or any movie, I'm sure our Toastmaster who is into the movies, Toastmaster Craig would agree with me that a good story should have a challenge. There's a villain in this, right? So I was looking for that drama that shows that they have encountered some challenges. Something like, there was a time when Dubai was encountering a very difficult economic downside. In 2014, nobody was paying us. We were about to close our company. But then, we were able to automate the system that made us on top of the edge to be what we are now. And I'm so happy to share with all of you that my dad even got the award. Something in that line. I like his choice of, his usage of metaphor. You see, P10 is an accumulation of all the skills that you have learned from P1 to P10. So he used metaphors such as from a bull cart to a Ferrari. He also used a quote. It's doing the same thing and expecting a different result is insanity. But be careful when you're using codes like this, because there will be a lot of people who read a lot, so you need to give credit to whoever had written it. Some people refer to this as a Chinese proverb, but some also refer to it as a quote from Albert Einstein. So you may as well would like to use either of these references. Is it a Chinese proverb? Do you have Chinese in here? Yeah?
Before we have taken some similar word, but not exactly same.
Similar.
No.
Even the Einstein's quote is slightly different from what
Yeah? Okay. So we need to be very precise when it comes to codes. And overall, I think you have inspired us to learn new things so that we can improve in whatever we're doing. All the best.
Our take on life is a continuous process of learning. By learning new skills, concepts and methods, we add value to our lives and to those around us. So ladies and gentlemen, keep on learning and the most important, teaching others too. Evaluator, before doing the calling on the evaluator, yet I missed this. It happens? It happens. Now before we go to the next session, the timer, please announce the timing and then we go into the voting.
Evaluator 1, TM Bindu took 3 minutes 29 seconds. Evaluator 2, TM Nawab took 2 minutes 53 seconds. Evaluator 3, DTM GT took 3 minutes 40 seconds.
Now, what do you say? Alright, now, anyway, so if you say that, I cannot. So, what do? We vote for president? What do we do?
First two.
First two. What I do in evaluation, I'll tell you, I never allow the audience to speak. Because I am the hero, I am the speaker. What happens when the audience speaks? Your thoughts get interrupted and you exceed. And it has happened to me several times. I have learned from it. It's a lesson I would like to pass on to you. Because you are the hero on the stage, not the audience. You have the power, the capability, the ability, everything to say on stage. It is your stage, your time. Precious. Try to reach the acme of it. Alright, next. Voting done. We go on to the next. I would like to thank the timers, the silent role players for helping me in this job what I am doing as a TMOD. That is Toastmaster Renuka, then Shoot Master is? You're both pointing at each other. Toastmaster Alex. And who else is there I missed out?
Rajesh and Raj.
For what? Oh, 3 Shoot Masters we have. Why do we need 3? Alright, we have too many people to shoot. Fine. Thank you very much and let's give a... Taking it to the acme of its peak. And now I call upon, has voting been over? Yes. Everybody voted? Show me your hands, those who have not voted. Everybody can vote. No. Sorry, evaluation. Only Toastmasters can vote. Thank you. Now we go on to the next session, and that is the Trivia Master. And Trivia Master is a very exciting, good session because it's the only time we get chocolates. Let me call upon Madam Toastmaster Akshaya Shankaran to do the trivia.
It's probably one of the most exciting sessions, but you've got to listen to the entire meeting to make this exciting. Okay, so the rules of this session is that I will ask you questions. No one answers out of town. Please, out of chance, turn. Please raise your hands. I will choose. If everyone answers, but if one person blutters out the answer, then we cancel that question. Then no one gets a job. Right? or whatever the gift is. Right? Okay. So the first question is, where was Toastmaster Rita Kapoor born? Yes.
Aligarh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I will also give you a prize.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Now, how many potatoes did Toastmaster? Can we have the guest? Yeah. Yeah.
I think two in his head.
Yes, there are three. I have one in bag.
There are more in bag and one in your stomach.
Now, what was Dash was the invention like cycle? It was said by Toastmaster Raj.
Sorry?
Raj is not.
What was?
Dash was the invention like a cycle? Yes?
Computer.
That's right. Now, what are the two things that cannot be grabbed from you? It was said in the tabletop exam. Two things that cannot be grabbed from you, yes? Yeah? Love. No.
Love. Learning.
Beautiful thing. Okay, the question's cancelled.
Answer.
Girlfriend. No, it's a girlfriend and it's learning and girlfriends. Okay. Now, which Toastmaster, apart from the TMOD, had used the word of the day in his speech? It could be table topics, it could be evaluation, it could be languages.
Come on.
This is the only
Come
one.
on.
Shashida. Yes.
TM Shashida.
TM Toastmaster Shashida.
You have to give me half now.
Now, what are the objectives of the project 1? Project 1.
You come and speak before the
Yeah, that's what you've been saying. Can we have...
I went down. I went down.
Can we have... Yes. No, you're the speaker. Yes,
Shiva. To speak in front of audience to discover the speech which you have already.
What was the metaphor that Toastmaster Amjad Ali used throughout his speech?
Come on.
Come on. What was the metaphor? It was said in the evaluation as well. Yes? No. He compared something to something.
cooking and like.
Yeah.
Cooking.
Life is like food.
Cook, no, that is like, so that's a simile. That doesn't count as
Only
metaphor.
mine is that.
Cooking and life.
No.
Okay, can I?
Yeah.
Okay. He said Toastmaster is like a delicious dish.
No, like is a simile. Like is a simile. It was even said in the evaluation. In the evaluation, it was said 2 times.
Raw food?
No. Okay, the answer is he compared life to a potato. Right?
Oh shit.
Okay. Now, what was Toastmaster Rita Kapoor's star sign? What is?
Sagittarius.
Yeah.
Oh,
Last question. Which city was Toastmaster? Is Toastmaster Rita Kapoor graduated from?
Give a chance, this side answer.
Yes.
Like now.
And what is it called? City of? Thank you, and I hope you all had a fantastic
Give a round of applause. This is one of the sessions that breaks me up. Now we go on to the. Wait a minute. All right, her take on lifelong learning is, the key to lifelong learning is to keep educating yourself. Keep educating yourself. Now we go on to the next one, and that is the grammarian. He is watching us, watching our English and our speeches. There are two kinds of speeches. One is a speech which is great, and the other is a great speech. What makes a speech great? There's fantastic writing, correct grammar, pronunciation, intonation, articulation. And that, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for the one and only who is a postgraduate in grammar. Ladies and gentlemen, all of our postgraduate.
That nobody is going to ask which university. Grammar is alien to most of us. We think grammar is something which we cannot learn. But understand one thing, as Leo rightly pointed out, the difference between a good speech and a bad one is just grammar. And if you want to win contests, your grammar should be impeccable. There shouldn't be any mistakes at all. So please focus on learning. Now I have observed a lot of grammatical errors, which I will send it by email. But looking at the meeting, it went very well, and the word acme is an excellent word to introduce, and the way he introduced also was fine. Now the word was used only 4 or 5 times, which is really apathetic. Yeah. Now coming to the good usages, Rita Kapoor used a very good phrase like galaxy of profession, and also she used the word boomerang. I don't know how many of you know the word boomerang. You know what it is? Yeah, it's a weapon used by the aborigines, the Australian tribes. The speciality of that is it hits the target and brings the target back to the one who tried it. So it was a very good usage. And then something I'd like to reiterate here is the word opportunity was used by 4 speakers 5 times. But unfortunately, 3 of them were wrong. The word used, the right pronunciation was from Gigi Zablan when she said the word opportunity. Please go through Wikipedia, Google, whatever it is, and try to challenge me. Okay? That is the right usage. We have to use the word, and a lot of people have some or the influence of their local, regional influence, which we have to avoid that. Okay? So that's one thing. And also the pronunciation of the words suicide. Most of us pronounce it as suicide. It's suicide. You have to pronounce it. Again, I ask you to challenge me. Okay? And then there are, like Raj used a very good usage, is like change the course of life. But again, melancholic and therapeutic routine, they are contradictory. Okay? Whether you say melancholic routine, which was a negative influence what you wanted to give, but is it melancholic and therapeutic? You'd have to be careful about that. I like the table topic speaker Sashi because all the words thrown by the table topics master he managed. Yet he also gave another word, impetus, which is very important. So there are some things which you need good vocabulary. That was really good. And then even Nawaf used the word intangible. I like that. Overall, what I would suggest is that we have to always draft our speech and send it to someone so that he corrects the grammar mistakes. Because the way Amjad Ali spoke was very impressive. And definitely he'll be a very good speaker. But there is a fatal flaw. Fatal means this flaw could make you die. So this flaw is his grammar. So somebody has to guide his, because now it's only P2, so definitely it was a good speech. I can't say that because of the grammar the speech was bad. But as you progress further, definitely you need to look at your grammar, you need to look into mentors who can correct the speech. You have to prepare your speech. That's the most important thing. Script your speech and then bring it back. And then do it twice or thrice. Rehearse, and then you will have the perfect grammar in place. Because like, you don't use the word postgraduated. Okay? Graduated is accepted, but postgraduated is not accepted. Either you say I got the post-graduation or I obtained the post-graduation. And similarly, remembrances. Remembrances is a trigger to memory. The word should be, the right word should have been memory, not the remembrances. The memories of my parents.
And also like the Toastmaster Leo was impeccable. And also he used the word like never say die attitude. There are a lot of things he used. But certain things should be catchy and you try to incorporate in your speeches. So the good phrases are always welcome. Overall, I think the meeting is very good. And without mentioning who did it, I will send a mail, reply to the FOY Toastmasters with all my observations. But the good thing is, if somebody is able to challenge me either through mail or mobile or the next meeting, it's most welcome so that I also keep learning.
Tell us your take on lifelong learning. You didn't send me your WhatsApp message.
Yeah, I didn't send because I was too busy and lazy.
No, don't tell me that, but tell us about lifelong.
Lifelong learning, yeah. I fully agree with whatsoever was going on that the day you stop learning, you die. You keep yourself alive only if you learn. And I learn every day, not only through Toastmasters, but even in my professional life and in my personal life.
Thank you very much. Don't take my phone.
Yeah, I will not. Because the girlfriend.
Yo! I didn't know you were girlfriend. I need to meet you after the meeting. Excuse me, what's your good name?
Sure.
Did you send me a WhatsApp message on lifelong learning? No. There is one Toastmaster I'm trying to find out, but I just can't find it. He is the very first he sent it to me. Can anybody remember? Newcomer, I think. Not really. I know. Ladies I know very well. It's the men that I forget. Somebody sent me, and it is very apt to my life. I just forget who it is. And I brought the prize for it. But I just... Chetan, what is the message you sent? What is the one you sent to me? Not you. I can't find the name. I mean, I don't remember the name. So I can check it out. But it's okay. But I'll still. Anyway, now to the next session. I think grammar is very important because for me, any language that I know a number of different languages besides English. The grammar is very important. And it puts me off when I see a person with not correct. Depends on the audience, of course. Pay attention to the grammar. Fantastic writing makes a speech great. And a great speech only depends on delivery. Anyway, next. Did anybody know the attitude part? Because I've got so many gifts to give away, I don't want to take it back. 3 E's. Tell me, please.
I'm just trying.
Even if you get 1 E, you get 1 E.
Effort.
One minute. Don't. If you say that, I will just pick up a person. Yeah, you. You are not.
Experience.
Have you been to my previous speeches? No. He's right. It depends on your education. It depends on your experience in life. What you actually. How well educated are you with your attitude. But let me define what is attitude to you before I go into it. Attitude to me means a chosen pattern of thinking formed over a long period of time. And that time depends on your education, experience, and the most important,
expectation.
What do you call it? You're close by.
Enthusiasm, ego, energy.
Excellent work.
Not is that word, but I'm looking for. What your attitude depends on.
Sportive.
Behavior. Why are you here?
Learning.
Excel.
Energy.
And power.
He said it.
Enlightenment.
I'll just I'll take a few minutes extra, we will go inside, but I want to educate something, you know. I want to get rid of it.
Enlightenment.
I tell you, I have a...
Entertain.
Okay,
He is entertainment and entertainment.
See, this is a
industry.
moleskin diary.
Energy.
Pretty expensive. It's a moleskin diary. I will hand it over to the one who tells me that word.
Energy.
Energy.
Not energy.
Ego, employment, and power.
No. I won't leave the stage till I get the word.
And power.
Okay.
Enthusiasm.
Empathy.
Excellent.
Last chance. Anybody? Say it. Just say it.
Enlightened.
No.
Employment.
What are you exactly?
Embarrassment.
The friends that you keep, the friends you associate. You don't associate with anybody and anyone. You can choose your friends. You can't pick and choose your friends.
Environment.
You can pick and choose your friends. I'm very picky. I'm very choosy about my friends. Who are? It's only that in the later part of life, because I saw, okay, I'm here. I need to, part of my training and teaching to the person to be where I am.
Embrace.
So what is that thing that takes you there? Think. What are we doing? What is this thing called?
Community.
Come on, you have genius in
Environment.
Euphoria.
Environment.
Who said environment?
Actually, he said.
I said.
You said environment? Oh. Okay, environment is very important. He said because the environment of you. But I'm sorry, I'll give you something better.
I'll give you something better.
He says he just got the stage.
Okay, just bear with me. Do you like books to read? I might forget to give it to you. I have 2 books. I'll hand over. I'll give one to somebody. Do you like this book? This is by the Dubai coach, given to me when I attended a conference. Would you like to read it? What's the other? Are you shaking your hand? The other book is Have you read it? You can have both. No, you have both. Because you deserved it. It's my mistake. I did not pick it up. But thank you for letting me know. So you get 2 prizes.
Yay!
Alright, next, ladies and gentlemen, we have he's the hawk, the eagle, who watches every detail. And he tells us. And his is not a breakfast, but a banquet that he provides to us. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together.
We got 2 books from him, so you can talk good about it.
I'm actually wondering whether it is a gift or a bribe.
That's a good one. You will take it back otherwise.
Good morning once again.
Good morning.
And one very important feedback to start with is that I want people who are sitting in the last rows, please do not keep murmuring throughout the meeting. Because that's something which I have noticed throughout the meeting, that there's constant buzz going on. That is very, very important that we respect the person who comes on the stage. When he comes here, he deserves 100% attention. And this is a feedback I want to give. And that's something which I have written very clearly and kept right from the beginning. Please do not distract the speaker. Let there not be a buzz. The buzz has to be on the stage, not outside the stage. Interventions, comic interventions is okay, just to add spirit to the meeting. But the buzz, let's keep it short. To at least as one of the taboo topics, let's say sex, religion, politics, and buzzing too. Let's not do that. Good morning once again, and welcome to my feedback of the 523rd meeting of Friends of Yoga Masters. The very fact that we are meeting for the 523rd time is a great achievement. And let me say it with pride that we are, as a club meeting number, we have the highest number of meetings in the entire country. Or maybe it's the district. District, yes. Country, UAE and Oman, Jordan and Lebanon.
Who are meeting every week. There are 2 clubs.
Yeah, they are meeting, but then they will take a long time before. 523, we are at least 500 meetings ahead. So it's an achievement. When we are all proud of this achievement, we also have to be responsible about us the Today, in the Toastmaster fraternity in the country and in the district, we are viewed as one of the premium clubs. We are viewed as a club which is different from the others. We are viewed as a club where we set some trends. So the responsibility is more on us to make sure that we do the right thing, and we do it not just one time, but every time we come for a meeting. A wonderful meeting, 523rd meeting, a great team effort by the ExCom. Good show. I particularly like the speed in which the agendas are churning out nowadays. In fact, I went back from the meeting. The club has become so good. Last meeting I was the general evaluator. I was 3 or 4 minutes late. The general evaluator was changed. I came in there, somebody else the general. So this time I was so thrilled when I went home. I immediately got a message from Bentic who said, "Can you be the general evaluator?" I said yes. And today I came out. In fact, I had friends at home till 3:30 in the morning. At 6 o'clock I woke up. I showered and I was ready to start. If you are late in Toastmasters, in Friends of Yoga, you will miss the bus. Yes. So you better be here on time. And one very important thing and very positive thing that's happening is we see this room full. We are back in action. That's something which is really good. Good to see a lot of people standing, but please stand silently. Let me go to the meeting. Today, the Sergeant Rams started the meeting very well. He came with a message. That's a style. Listen, silent. Oh, what a wonderful message to start the meeting. Start a Friday morning with. And then he went on to the routine of talking about the history of Toastmasters, the mission of Toastmasters. You said mission of Toastmasters. The mission of Toastmasters is different. But what you mentioned is the mission of the club. So I would like you to go through the manual. There are 2-3 missions. Just read them so that you can repeat them in the right order. The taboo topics were mentioned clearly. I particularly like the safety instruction he gave in case of fire. Just follow me. Simple. So it is very good. And very important thing, the show of gratitude to the person who's giving us this menu. Dr. Shankar. We had actually forgotten Dr. Shankar for some time in this club. And I think good that we have come back to remind ourselves that it is this graciousness that we have this menu for free. Well done. Next came our president, as usual, with this lovely message, very presidential message to start with. And I was at one point of time thinking that he may not use the gavel, but he made sure that he used the gavel to start the club. Though Toastmasters being a place we have fun and things like that, but there are certain protocols which we have to maintain and follow. So well done there. I would have also liked to see you acknowledge certain senior members in the audience. That was missed out this time. We had an area director, so we should have acknowledged this person. So that should have been. And even if he was not there earlier, when he walks in, then we make sure that the audience comes to know that he's coming. Yeah, that's something which we have to think about. The speakers, I'll come to the TMOD later. I came on stage 20 minutes late, so TMOD I'll come later. The speakers, well done. Today we had a P1, a P2 and a P10. Both sides of the spectrum. Beginner and somebody who was finishing the speeches. The evaluators have already evaluated you, but there's one feedback I want to give you. Of course, Rita, P1, excellent P1. It shows the confidence you have as a teacher. You've been teaching children, so the same style is coming in your speech. So there was no question of any nervousness, and I really liked the way you did it. So the evaluator has actually evaluated you very well. And the standing ovation we give to the P1 speaker and the P10 speaker. That's something which is very unique. The club, now many clubs are actually following us, and they are doing this. That's something which is really good, and let's keep doing that. Speaker number 2 and 3. In fact, one very important thing, advice I like to give the speakers, that when you ask a question is the easy way of hooking the audience. I'm seeing a yellow straight away. Why am I not seeing green? Okay, fine. Hooking the audience. But then when you're hooking the audience, you also are taking the risk of losing control of the audience. So if your question, especially the one about the potato, I think you asked me, do you eat potato? I said, yes. And then, you lost the thing. Do you eat raw food? Friends of yoga, people who do yoga, we eat raw food. Okay, so you kind of, the chance that you miss out, you lose control. So if you are not very sure about the response, keep the question rhetorical. ask the question and you give the answer yourself. So that's, you are in control over the, that's one piece of advice I would like to give. And Raj, you will have to close, because this was a speech of inspiring people, so you should have closed a little more stronger. The strong call to action is what would have made it more strong, more valuable listeners. The evaluators, well done Bindu, and very meticulous evaluation by Nawaf. I was actually planning to say that none of the evaluators, when they read the objectives, read out neither the evaluators nor the team only read out the title of the speech. Title of the speech is very important because it gives the introduction to the speaker. Before he comes on stage, it raises the expectation of the audience. So they start expecting something. Okay? So that's something which we should also incorporate. Table topics, well done. A very innovative way of doing table topics. It shows that the standards, the way the standards are improving in our club, the new things we are trying out. Very well done. But when you are giving out the word, table topics master, let it be soft, because we are more louder than the speaker sometimes. So it interrupts the speaker. And the speakers, if you are attempting a similar style, the idea is you keep talking about your topic, and these words have to come in between. I get the point. We have to incorporate it. It's not that like when somebody says washroom, I will not go to the washroom, or something else. You're leaving the topic, going and talking about that and coming back. So that should be avoided. Let's practice that. By practice, we will all get it. TMOD. In fact, a very senior Toastmaster, always a pleasure to listen to him. And very, if today's meeting, if you have noticed one thing, is the way he engages the audience. That's a skill. That is what is one of the skills what a TMOD is supposed to incorporate. Is keep the audience engaged, keep the entire session interactive. There is always something. He kept telling us keep thinking. But he's actually picking on you. You're not just sitting there and just listening to me. You also have a job to do. You have to keep thinking of an answer. And I'll come back. But when he came with like Santa Claus. I saw him carry a big bag. But thank you very much for those books. And many of us did not. It's unfortunate that we did not win many prizes.
Great work, sir.
Yeah. Overall, my acknowledgement to the silent role players, the timer, job well done, being the first time you're doing it. Well attempted, there were a few mistakes, but I think you will learn as you go along. Shoot masters, a plethora of shoot masters here. We have 3, so we hope to see hundreds of pictures on Facebook. And for all the chatterboxes back there, please do listen when somebody tells you not to talk. When somebody says don't speak, don't give us a demo of how to speak. How to speak without the other person listening. Let's be more disciplined. We are a club which is a leader. Feedback, he said, is the mother of, or the breakfast of champions. On a Friday morning, we come here to have breakfast. And it is our duty to give feedback to the speakers. I think the club, ExCom, should make a note of it and start introducing the slips for every speaker. Every member should give feedback, and those feedback should be corrected. In fact, I have given this advice last meeting itself. Those bowls have to come back, and we have to give them feedback. If there are 30 members, 30 feedbacks have to go to each speaker. Overall, great meeting. I enjoyed it, and as the trend set by our TMOD, I also exceeded. Thank you very much.
I enjoyed the general evaluation. Let us stand up and give him a round. Keep, when seniors, we are fortunate this club, Murugesh has left, Gigi Jablan, seniors like Karthikeyan, Sashidharan. No, I didn't forget. I need to wind him up. We need to learn from them. Why do I come? Most of them, they invite me. Many clubs invite me. I go. Why? To learn. And I picked up many things today in the meeting. One thing I am always learning, and I would say that, is my timing as a TMOD. I always exceed the timing. whatever the thing is given. Although I've cut down so many things which I've prepared to make it education. But I want you to think one thing. I missed out in life many things. But let me tell you, all my dreams I achieved. And dreams are the thing that you need to have. Whenever I have 2-3 minutes extra. Now you're not the general evaluator, it's okay. I just give you 2 minutes. I always dreamt as a child when I was 10 years old. I was coming from a low middle class family. And I dreamt as a child when I was 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, 13 years, 14 years. I had no money at all. I never used to buy the train ticket. But I used to go from my house to the airport, look at the planes, and I used to say, one day I'll live in the plane. I will travel. I will travel all over the world. And this went on for 5 years, 6 years. When I finished school, my mother always said, oh, I know where you went. And the only way you can go and be in the planes all the time is if you study well, educate you. You are gifted, she used to tell me. I was a bright. I used to stand first, second, third, always. Maths 100 out of 100. Usually. So I said to myself, yes, I will do that. I forgot about it. The train ticket always used to catch me. You know, I used to reprimand me. I had no money, I told him. One day I'll return all your money. I just has to go and come to see here. You know, I got a job when I was 23 years old. I finished my engineering. And I was one of the highest paid engineers in Kuwait. How do I know that? Because I used to go everywhere with the interview and see, whatever you pay so, I would say, you know, but I want the job. Just to know the salary. And that's how I did it. But I returned all the money of my ticket back. I donated. Because that was the dream. And today I can live in. I traveled all over. Every airline you tell me, I make sure I travel on it. That was my dream. I cry many times when I travel. Because I never thought that I would achieve this. So yeah, forgot about it and it came back. Why am I telling you this? Because the dreams that you have in childhood, it will come back. Just dream. It will just happen, it will come back. Because he also serves those fans and readers. With that, I would like to end and I would like to give. It's a very nice film. But I would like to give to the person whom I liked, mentioned about lifelong learning. And that person is none other than Leo D'Souza. Not me. I don't deserve anything. That's one you give. It's a lady who sent it to me. Maybe it's the second or the third. It's a lady. Please come and This is also for another lady. That is Renuka. Yes. I like your enthusiasm. I like Toastmasters who have enthusiasm. Doesn't matter what you are. It doesn't make any difference to me whether you're a good speaker or a big speaker or not. It doesn't matter. But the enthusiasm is the main thing in life. I know I reached there because of enthusiasm I had. But Robert Frost is my favorite when he says that. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and many miles to go before I see them. Your journey, ladies and gentlemen, has just started now. The moment you leave this room, you have a lot to achieve. I'm straight. Go for it. Over to you. Standing ovation.
Toastmaster Leo will ask me about something about lifelong experience. My dear Toastmasters, what I have to tell is, learn from life. Otherwise, life will teach you. I just want a one-liner feedback from our guest. Yeah, okay.
Very good morning, everybody. I actually, when I came here, I had no idea what exactly Toastmaster is all about. I just got a brief, like we want to do something like a Toastmaster, and it was just a request. It was not a force kind of a thing that we all attended, whoever possible from our office, and just see how we feel it. It's amazing. I'm telling you, it's amazing, and I'm so happy, and I'm going to thank my boss for just telling me and introducing me to Toastmaster, and I'm so happy to meet you all. It's such an experienced people, and Mr. Leo, it's wonderful. You are a gem of a person.
For the next meeting, bring your boss.
Anyway,
What's his name? I think he need to take the permission on Friday from his wife.
That's the major challenge we are facing.
Mr. Sobi.
Okay. Yeah, you are the representative.
Any other guests?
Come here, group. Yeah. Repeat that.
Okay, thank you. It's my first time to join in the Toastmaster. And I have one suggestion for you. Because we come from China, maybe the English we speak not exactly same with you. If maybe I think your club will be worldwide. But if you want to put this step, I think you maybe can change the way you're speaking. Because I think maybe in China, maybe in Japan, maybe in Europe, with these three countries have maybe same grammar or some pronunciation. But for the first time we sit here, maybe have some problem to understand each other. Yes, because before when I in China and learn from my college, almost Chinese learn English from the British or the America. So the first time I come here, yes, I can understand. If you write it down, I can understand it totally, no problem. But if you speak out, maybe sometimes we cannot understand it. Yes, very well. So that's why my team, not actively, not very actively. So I'm sorry for this one. Because we cannot understand your
face.
Yes.
Yes,
slowly. But I feel this like a family, like a big home. The environment is really real.
We say if you say you can, or if you say you can't, both are right. Okay? If you decide you can means you can learn English. And it's right time to recognize our two speakers who one started speaking on stage and one completed his CC. I am calling our immediate past president to recognize them.
As he mentioned, one of our speakers began her journey, so I request Toastmaster Rita to please come up. And let this be a motivation for you to get this, which we will be giving Toastmaster Raj to.
Oscar movie.
Now, first question.
Yes, sir.
The awards.
The table topic award goes to my friendly enemy.
What can I say about him? I met him many years ago, and it's a memory that will live in my heart for a long, long time to come. I wouldn't take time. No, the general evaluation will. Let me call upon Toastmaster Sashi Dharan. Sashi Dharan is an example. Toastmaster, what's your name? You spoke just now, you said. Language and all that. Language is not, you are the one. Yes, you said language and all that. Language is not a barrier in Toastmasters. We are all coming here to learn. You meet the VP membership, he'll give you a form to fill. It's a nice form, please fill it up. Get all your friends, be members and learn and see, you will challenge yourself.
Yes, I know. So why we come here is for challenge, for graph.
That's it. He's an example of this. I've seen him from day one, and I've seen him grow to an amazing speaker.
Yes.
Brilliant. I have some tips for you also.
Yeah.
I'd like to sing a song. It's none other than the First Lady of is Bindu Raj. This is not fixing or something. Now we have the Best Speaker Award. Let me call upon Gigi Jablan to give the Best Speaker Award, because I cannot think of any other person better than you to be the Best Speaker.
So the Best Speaker Award goes to Toastmaster Raj. Absolutely brilliant. I call her Mrs. Bruno. Thank you, sir. Welcome. The man with automation. But you all mentioned about your getting discount, but you didn't mention where you are located. What is the address? What is the email ID? We need to call me.
Thank you, Toastmaster Leo, for that wonderful meeting. And next meeting will be next Friday. And Toastmaster Raj agreed to be the TMOD with a wonderful new team. I'm going to adjourn this meeting.
Before you go, if you want prizes, please stay.